As the Buffs attack 4-4 left, Gibson a backdoor cut, knee down the lane. He elevates and slams with two hands. Look out below, and the game's tied at 73. How about a key? Walker down the paint, his way to the hoop, jump pass cross court. Parquet open for three, fires right between the eyes from downtown, and we're tied at 80 with 17 seconds remaining. Oh, what a shot by Elijah Parquet. Kick out high on the left side, Bartholomew drives away to paint, bounces off him, and goes up strong. Count it! Whistle and a foul! Oh, the drive, the draw, and the dish by Keyshawn. Evan Batty with a potential three-point play, and the Buffs are on top by 5. Now the Colorado Buffaloes are up to a 2-0 start. There's some images from their opening victory over the Bobcats of Montana State. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Buffalo Stampede here at the Event Center. Voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson, one of the two scholarship seniors for the Buffaloes, Elijah Parquet, joining us here for a couple of minutes. Nice start to the season. Let's go back to that game with the Bobcats. First game of the year, young squad. There were some rough spots in that contest, weren't there?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We had a good fight that game, so it got a lot of showed the youngest what was going to happen throughout the season. Some adversity hit, so we got the chance to see how they handled it. You know, for you and Evan, here you are, like I said, the only two scholarship seniors on the team. There's a lot of responsibility that comes along with that. I mean, you've got to help coax these young pups along, don't you? Right. Yeah. There's a lot of growing to do, but that, like the coach Boyd said, they had to grow up pretty quick, so because we're going to need them to step up and help us throughout the season, for sure. Turnovers through the first couple of ball games have been an issue. I guess when you've got a young team, that's part of this, isn't it? Learning to take care of the ball. Young players have to understand, number one, how valuable that ball is, and number two, what kind of intensity you got to play with. Right. That's been an issue for like a minute now, especially in practice too. So that translates to the game. So we're not gonna have no turnovers, but we just want to limit those turnovers as the season goes on. So yeah, that's a big goal. Exactly. That game got awful tight there for a while and went to overtime, obviously. Right. You had a big three-pointer just over here on the right wing over here. Talk about that play and that shot. First off, Jabari finding you was a fantastic pass. Yeah, that was a great pass by Bari. I missed I think my last 3 threes that game, so I came to the bench because the other one I could have tied it before, and I was mad at myself. My teammates just said, "You keep shooting." So I got the open look, so I knew I was going to knock it down. You know, Tad Boyle always talks about this program being a program where you develop players. There's no greater example of that than you. You came in here and have turned yourself into a very good player. How'd you get yourself ready for your senior year, understanding all the responsibility you're going to have, the role you're going to have to play in this team? I just trust the process. Ever since my freshman year, I just kept working every year. I took a part of my game. I wanted to get better at it every year, and I knew this year we were going to have a lot of young guys, and I was going to have to step up and be a leadership role. So we used to call him Eli. You asked to be called Elijah. What's behind that? I just wanted to change it back to my full name. Senior now, so I'm getting called Eli off the court still, but for the rosters and stuff, I wanted to hear my full name this year. Well, remember, Elijah Parquet. We'll continue with him in just a moment, talk about the second game of the season against New Mexico. Let's hear from the head coach, Tad Boyle.
Hard-fought win. I knew it coming in that Montana State they're a good basketball team, a veteran team, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I'm really proud of our players and the fight that they showed. We weren't great. It was kind of an ugly win, but they showed a lot of grit down the stretch. Yeah, great hard-fought win against a really good team. I got a lot of respect for Montana State and their players and their coaching staff. You know, our backs were against the wall, and I saw a little bit that in Nebraska and Lincoln when we got punched in the face. Our guys didn't quit. They didn't go away, but we've just got to understand it's a 40-minute game, and there's going to be ebbs and flows. Look, so there's a lot of things we got to get better at. Guarding the ball, post defense. I mean, there's a lot of things that Colorado needs to get better at, and our guys understand that, but that's what the film room's for. And, now the games start coming, and so the balance between making sure we're improving and, cleaning up what we learned tonight, and because we have to take days off. They'll get rested tomorrow. We'll get 2 days of practice for New Mexico and get after it.
There's some comments from head coach Tad Boyle after the Buffaloes open up the season with a victory in overtime over Montana State. We continue with Elijah Parquet. All right, New Mexico. I didn't get a chance to be here. I was in Los Angeles doing football for that ball game. Tell us about that contest. Pretty competitive contest. You guys really had a tough time pulling away against the Lobos. Oh, yeah. It was kind of a back and forth game throughout the game, so we didn't really get stops that we needed to get. We didn't reach that goal of getting
we call it kills per half and stuff like that because they were scoring and we were scoring, but later throughout the game, we got our stop. But we want to start the game off like that, not finish it like that.
Kills, by the way, that's the term that Tad Boyle used. That's 3 stops in a row, right?
Yep.
3 stops in a row defensively. You get a kill that way. And it's tough for a young player sometimes to learn, isn't it? And Tad talks to you guys about this all the time. That defense creates offense, right?
Right. That's what we hang our hat on is the defense and the rebounding. And when we struggle in that, you can see the score is kind of close the whole game. And when we do that stuff, the score takes care of itself.
You know, against the Lobos, the big fellas got it going. Evan Batty was outstanding. Jabari Walker had a big game. The guys inside were doing their job, weren't they?
Oh, yeah, for sure. They had a big game. They stepped up for sure and did everything they needed to do. Barry had, I think, a double-double.
Yeah.
He was on the boards a lot for sure. Evan's doing what he does.
Well, what's Evan like in the locker room? Because, everyone loves Evan Batty. He's such a gregarious personality. Is that way back in the locker room as well?
Oh, yeah. It's always his attitude and energy, just infectious energy. He's always keeping us going, keeping us on our toes and making sure we know what we're doing.
All right. It's a great start to the season. Buffs are 2-0. Keep up the good work.
Appreciate you.
All right. Elijah Parquet, senior for the Colorado Buffaloes. They're heading off, by the way, to the Virgin Islands for a big event coming up this weekend. Coming up next year on the Stampede, we're going to talk football. Fall at UCLA. Coach Gary Barnett will join us.